So again, thank you everyone for being here today. Just a little bit on ABN. I know I've spoken to most of you guys, so you're all very familiar with what we do, but we are a nonprofit organization that focuses on the workforce development of the skilled immigrant population here in Massachusetts. So we have programs that help people who have foreign degrees or foreign work experience. So some of our programs include our introductory program is our orientation workshop. This acts as a networking event, sort of an umbrella event of sorts for different resources, such as immigration, English resources, education, pathway programs, things like that. Dana is familiar. She has been to a couple of our workshops in the past and presented and handed out her resources. So it's a great opportunity to connect with a lot of different either immigrant serving organizations, employers, fellow professionals, just that sort of situation where you can connect with a lot of different people. So in the past, we've had topics such as how to build your career in the US, how to correct your resume and create a strong resume, pathway programs in different fields, so healthcare, IT, finance, different industries like that, as well as resources on, like I said earlier, education and English classes. So that's one of our introductory programs. We also have a career advising program where we provide resources such as resume review, interview prep, how to write a proper cover letter, just the steps like that that you're taking in your job search process. And then eventually we can pair you one-on-one with someone that can mentor you through the job search process. So I know, like I said, I recognize a lot of the people in here today. A lot of you guys have taken advantage of our career advising program, which I'm very excited about. So yeah. And then finally, we have our Immigrant Professionals Fellowship, which is a 3-month work placement program in either the finance or healthcare fields. So this is a direct effort to break down that barrier that a lot of you guys will face when you come into this country and you're not hired for any jobs because you don't have that US work experience. So this is ABN's effort to give you that work experience to help break down that barrier. So like I said earlier, I will be sharing all of these presentations and everything, so don't feel like you need to scan these QR codes now. But when I send this later, this will send you to the links on our website for all this extra information. Just a little information on our upcoming events in case you guys are interested in attending more of our sessions. We have some virtual information sessions coming up this month. We have one with Dana Farber next Friday, which will go over jobs in the research departments at their hospitals. And then we have one later in the month, July 19th, which is going to be actually a follow-up for a former information session we had on how to become a certified public accountant. So if anyone here is interested in the accounting industry or the finance industry, this would be a really great session for you to attend. We have some upcoming orientation workshops. We have one in September in Holyoke and one in November in Roxbury. So like I said, don't worry about this now. I will send these slides out. So if you're interested in any of this, you will have all the links and all the information. And last but not least, this is just my contact. Again, I think you guys all have my contact, but it's up here just in case you need it again.
Let me just tell you a little bit about AmeriCorps in general while Maddie finds the presentation. So AmeriCorps is a federal program. What that means, our main concern about working with skilled immigrants is that you will have to have either an A number, if you're familiar with that, that means you came here as a refugee most likely. If you are a green card holder, that means you're in the process of getting your citizenship, or you are a citizen. So these are the main three things that might make or break your ability to serve at AmeriCorps because it's a federal program. Other than that, the requirements are very simple. You have to be 18 years old or older. You will have to have a 8th level grade of English. So that means you are able to read and you're able to write some basic English. Our program is really unique in a way that we outsource our members to outside of just MIRA. So in a way, you will be able to serve in different capacities at different areas of service. We have 3 main buckets of service. We do teaching English as a second language, where you actually will be able to receive any training at the beginning of your service year for 6 to 8 weeks. And that training will be about how to conduct classrooms, how to prepare for a classroom. You end up with a certificate from English at large. From English for a New Bostonian. It is an organization that we are partnering with, and we have been partnering with this program for years, actually since 2011. So we have been together for so long, and the program have been running since 2011. So it is a very unique position of a program that have been running for a while. So you will have a lot of networking opportunities, and you will be able to build a great network within the community of refugees and immigrants and provide that unique position of your own experiences and also being able to leverage your own background. So we are hoping to see how we can support you and making sure we build into your next level. The way this works, it's a year of service. It's about 1,700 hours. Why we call it a service, it's because you get a stipend. A stipend pay, that means you are getting a fixed amount of money rather than getting an hourly pay or salary. It is a hybrid model between volunteering and between providing a full work experience. So the hope that you will be able to simulate into working in the workforce in the United States, getting all of the information that a regular employee will have, but also you will be able to experience a lot more trainings, a lot more support, and being able to build on these skills. And I work with all of my members one on one for the 11 months of service year, for the duration of their service, to create more plan and targeted a plan to provide them with the next steps possibilities. So we work together to either build on another year of service if they wish to do so. If that is not something they're interested in and they would like to just transfer to a full-time job, then I create opportunities for networking, for leveraging their strengths, but also find a way to build on your weakness and work with your direct supervisors. Because MIRA only hosts two members, everybody else will be eligible to go to other sites. That means you are either working with citizenship programs and helping people obtain their citizenship, they help people learn about the legality of things for immigrants and refugees, or you will learn about teaching English for the members and for your clients and how people learn English in the United States. The third part is helping people getting jobs. I know this is one of the most unique, and actually, I feel like some members think it's awkward because you are trying to navigate the workforce, but also you are helping others like you to learn how to navigate that place. Honestly, it is a very great place to start learning about what works and what doesn't, or programs that's there. And while you are secured and you have your stipend, you are able to build these networks. So let me tell you a little bit about the program benefits. The program benefits is so the stipend is $958 for every 2 weeks. That equals to $23,000 for over the year. The hope for this is that you will be able to take some time for training, for self development, and also we do a lot of training for self care because you work with refugees and immigrants and you are a refugee and immigrant or have a connection to that community. That means uh, there is a lot of opportunities for you. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for you to be able to learn, and also it might be a little bit of unique position where you are feeling more stressed or you feel that that connection is there. So we provide a lot of self printout prevention, self care, and other opportunities for you to be able to take care of yourself while you are providing the services to others. We are really hoping that we create opportunities for next steps as well and making sure that we have a plan. So while you serve with us for the 1,700 hours, it equals about 40 hours or so for a work week. The goal for the program is to stimulate the workforce for a full-time employment. And a lot of employees love that distinction of AmeriCorps because it provides that they know that you are going to be above the average candidate once you are doing this. You already get a full time experience, but you also get a lot more support and a lot of more training in a way. So you are more prepared. Other than that, you are eligible for the training. You also eligible for the trainings every month. You come at MIRA. at your site, there is a lot more training that related to the job description that you will be doing. And then another great things and opportunity for you to receive $6,000, 500, and some other dollars. I always keep forgetting what they are. It's about like 38 or so dollars for educational award. It's called the Siegel Award, and that award you can either use it to further your own education, pay for an existing loan, or send it to your kids. So if you have an immediate child, you can give that to your kids, and that way you can actually leverage that for your part of your compensation. Aside from that, there is a $90 training like travel expenses. So we provide up to $90 every month, whether you use that to just buy the train pass for going everywhere, or you will, if you use Uber or things like that, then you can use that as well. And that way you will have access to just send us a receipt. We reimburse you for it. Um, at Mira, we try to make things more unique and tailored to your own experiences. So I work with each member separately to build a plan and making sure that they are actually taking care of every steps in the way. So some members we have in the younger generation who are trying to navigate schools and get into grad school or law school or things like that. Other members are more older and they need more focus on career and how to access these networks. And the goal for myself, at least, is to provide you with the opportunity to have a direct contact from the field that you are interested in. So, in a nutshell, we are trying to provide you with the first step for employment in mass. And that way, we know that you have an amazing opportunity and skills prior to coming to the United States. We're trying to bridge the gap in between having that work experiences outside the US and show employees that you are capable of functioning and doing an amazing job at an American setup job and being committed to work actually 30, 40 hours every week and finishing a full year of service. So the goal is to show that once you have done that, you're able to do other things. So I just wanted to tell you, oh, the other thing is that you will have to undergo a background check. That is basically two fields. There is one that we will do that you will have to go to an post office or something, just a fingerprinting, and the other one is an online one. Yeah, all you have to do is just fill out an online form and they do a background check. Everybody that works with AmeriCorps have to go through this, even myself. Even though I came here as a refugee, they have all of my information, including my eyes burnt. But we still have to do this to get the clearance. But also, it's a great way for people who might be interested in working in the government after having that clearance to provide more opportunities for people to have that extra layer of knowing that they have been through this. Another thing about the sites, we have over 17 different sites at this year, and they're all different. They all do provide different services and different interests. I would encourage you to look through them, see if one of them speaks to you more than others. That's the way I would encourage you to look at the program itself because you will be serving at that site and doing the work they do for day in and day out. Um, the benefits I went over them. There is also healthcare and childcare and ability to apply for SNAP or food stamps. So while you are a member, you are getting the stipend, the $958, but that does not count as income. That counts as a stipend in a way for you to build on your next career. So the way you work, that you will be eligible still for healthcare and you will care if you are someone who can use that, then you can apply for it as well. These are some of the locations we have our services in. When Maddie shared information, it's a linkable link at the beginning, and you can actually press or go to Mira's website and you will see all of our sites, all of the locations, and there's also information about the hours they are open and they serve. So basically, in AmeriCorps and MIRA, we do have different organizations that do different hours, basically based on their service and the client they serve. Mainly, we say 9 to 5 hybrid model between working from home for 3 days, working from the office 2 days. If that is not the case for most of them, then there is the opportunity for you to work sometimes. Let's say if you're working with teaching English as a second language, a lot of our clients cannot be going to class between 9 and 5 because most likely they are working somewhere or they have a job. So they prefer that afternoon. That means you will work between 6 and 8 or something like that. But that is also accounted toward your hours. So even if you log in these hours, that will just be so you are not working from the 9 to 5 traditional hours, or you will take other days off because that will balance the 1700 hours. One thing we did not mention in here, we provide 10 days of sick time and vacation time, and these part of your compensation. You can take them all together or you can divide them. The only thing, if you take more than that time or if you take up to that time, you just need to calculate your hours so you are able to finish your hours, the 1700 hours required by the program. Um, Timeline for now, we are still accepting applications. We are going to go over um, the site's interview. So the way it works, you will apply through the AmeriCorps link. It is, let me share it with you, and I know Maddie can share it with you after as well. It is just a MIRA how to serve for AmeriCorps. It's a very simple application. It's a Google form, to be honest with you. We made it that it is very simple and accessible for everyone. It should take about like 10-15 minutes to get done. Once you apply through that application, you will meet with me if you're a good fit, and we will go over the expectations and what is that program will look like for you, what sites interest you. Then I will send your information to the sites that you apply to, or if you're open to all, then we will do all of them. Once that's done, we draft an offer letter. That means you're locked for that site. That means you chose them and they chose you. After that, we apply for the background check, fingerprinting, pre-enrollment, everything. So you're eligible to apply for the healthcare, things like that if you don't currently have it. And then by September 3rd, we are starting the program. So currently our cohort finished on August 15th, and that's why we cannot start until September 3rd. September 3rd will be our orientation time. Just a quick thing about the application itself. I recognize that I spoke most about these things, but the way it works, you submit the application to MIRA, then I conduct the interview with you, go through your eligibility, gather the information. If you qualify for the citizenship, if you qualify for the background check, if you qualify for education, all these things. Once you do, and I see what site make the most sense to you, I have the interview with you, and then you have the interview with the site. That means the site will go over their own expectation, the day-to-day jobs, what they are offering, and if that makes sense and matches, then we draft a confirmation offer letter to you, and we start with you on the next steps and when you will start serving at that site. That depends on if you are applying for the teaching English as a second language or not. If you do, then you will start a bit later at the site because you will be doing the training online for 6 to 8 weeks. And the application overview, we only go over the eligibility of service, if you have served before, if not, why are you interested in serving in this program, the benefits, addressing the next steps, any questions you might have. And the hope is that you will have more informed decision while you are signing up for the service. Um, that's the email. I checked this email. Maddie have my email. She can feel free to share it with you as well. I am very much more available at all times to answer any questions related to this. I honestly want the program to shift to work more with the highly skilled immigrants because I think that would be a great, unique way for them and for yourselves now to be able to build on the experience you have and showcase that you are qualified and you are able to demonstrate a full-time job, and the hope that we will work with you to build on these skills and give you an opportunity to work for the next step.